I spent 3 days in the Badlands in southwestern South Dakota, and I was quite impressed by the rugged landscape, which I knew was there, but I was even more impressed by the abundant wildlife that you don't get to see just everywhere. The elusive bighorn sheep that I've been chasing for the last year unsuccessfully, I finally found in the Badlands. Quite a few sheep, in fact, although the males, the ones with the actual big horns, like this example, were a little bit more elusive than the females with the shorter, thinner horns. But I hung out with this guy well into the evening. Just sat down on a butte overlooking the grasslands, and I got some pretty decent shots of him just hanging out, watching the sunset. I called him Bob the Bighorn. He was the first one I got to see up close. And of course the bison were numerous. Most of the time during the day they were scattered in small groups. But in the evening, as you will see, they gathered into one big, massive herd. I would say 300 plus animals. I'm in Buffalo Gap National Grasslands. These things were fast, amazing speed for such large animals. When I came back to camp, I decided, since I was parked in what I suspected was a very highly trafficked bison path, I decided to walk down the hill a few hundred yards and see if I could catch any moving up the hill. And here this guy was. He saw me and stopped in his tracks, so I moved off the trail to let him go, and I moved around this hillside, and this is him coming around the hillside. He sees me and stops and just keeps moving up the hillside. You can see the bus parked at the top of the hill. Well, I sat there for a while as the sun went down and filmed him slowly making his way up the hillside. I had no idea what was in store at the top of the hill. These things come from out of nowhere. They'll come across the plain and you won't even see them. There'll be nothing there. Like when I walked down the hill, there was not another bison in sight. For hundreds of yards on top of the hill. But 30 minutes later, as this guy is walking up the hill, a few of his buddies show up. And then a few more. And keep in mind, I'm down at the bottom of the hill, down this trail, and they're basically, for the third time since I've been here, blocking my way back to my vehicle and my home. So I sit and film. It was impressive and a bit intimidating. I didn't realize that there was a herd of 300 sitting on top of this hill. Did not realize that till I got up to the top of the hill. And by that time it was dark and you can't really see, but I think me walking up the hill kind of spooked the herd anyway, so most of them split up. So this is what I wake up to. Buffalo outside my window. I think that's my buddy that came up the hill last night. Just before the other herd, the rest of the herd, met him up here at the top. Scratching post? Or is it the schoolie that they like? I don't know. But this is my favorite spot in all the national parks. 3 days in the Badlands, and I think it's time for me to head towards Rapid City and the rest of wonderful South Dakota. I've had a new experience with the bison, and I can't really imagine you getting this experience anywhere else. I mean, how can you get this close to them? I mean, I rode on I made my own buffalo hunt yesterday. I had so much fun doing that. And I learned that buffalo are really freaking fast. I had no idea.